Good Monday afternoon, everybody. This is Stephen Ray, and once again, this is the drive home forecast for you guys right here on social media. And I wanted to jump here and let you guys know that we currently have a bunch of 90 degrees on the board. As you can see, Tuscaloosa coming in at 90 degrees, also over here towards the Anniston area and up here towards the Gadsden area as well. So for a good portion of the area, it is going to be a hot drive home. Now, let's start out in the Tuscaloosa area. At the Tuscaloosa airport, it is currently 90 degrees. I can actually put the radar into motion for you, and there is one brief little shower that is sitting over here towards the Coker area near the Booth Estates subdivision. Over here towards the Walmart and the Coker exit to where the Dollar General is out there going west on 82. There is one shower near Lake Lurleen State Park that has popped up over the Tuscaloosa area. Otherwise, everything has dissipated and not popped up. So, once again, if you were around the Tuscaloosa area, your drive home is going to be wet. Now, earlier, as you saw, we had a couple of showers up there towards the Jefferson Tuscaloosa County line. Those have since dissipated. Now, let's move a little bit further off towards the north and towards the east into the metro Birmingham area. If you are coming down from Memphis, down 22 into Birmingham off of 65, it is going to be a warm drive for you, but not much in the way of rain. If you are coming down 65 from Coleman or Huntsville, it is going to be a dry drive home for you. And then especially down here near Malfunction Junction, down here to Homewood, Vestavia, Cahaba Heights, Crest Estates, Shades Cliff, or Liberty Park, all is going to be dry for your drive home around the Birmingham metro area for this afternoon. And as you can see, there's nothing really down here in Shelby or any of the other counties surrounding Birmingham that could move into Birmingham. So your drive home is going to be probably pretty dry around the Birmingham area. Now, if you were up here towards the Jasper Cordova area, or if you're up here north of the city of Hamilton, there are a couple of showers that are coming up here towards the Highway 22 or the Interstate 22 corridor going towards the state line of Mississippi. So those are going to be the only places that are impacted. Also along 43 up here near Red Bay as well. Now let's go up here to the Tennessee Valley. Towards the Florence area, and as you can see in Florence, it is 93 degrees right now with one lone shower, very light shower up here towards the Mars Hill area, just off to the west of Killen, Alabama. It is 93 degrees up there in Florence. Now let's go over here to Decatur. Nothing on radar around Decatur. There's a couple of showers near the Hazel Green area. And let me put this into motion for you. And these storms are moving north of Huntsville, and they're going to be up here towards the Hazel Green area as you move up 231 north of Huntsville, going to the state line of Tennessee. All right, so that is the issue that we have ongoing up in the northern part of Alabama. Nothing is going on in northeast Alabama. Nothing is going on near the Gadsden or Anniston area. So you're going to be rather dry around the Gadsden and Anniston area. It is currently 90 degrees in Gadsden and also 90 degrees in Anniston. Nothing is showing up on the radar as you head towards the I-20 corridor towards Pell City, Oxford, Anniston, or Heflin, your drive is going to be boring and no weather to deal with. Now, let's move down here into southeast Alabama towards the Auburn, Opelika, Tuskegee area. Nothing is going on around the Highway 85 corridor, which is a good thing. So if you're traveling near Auburn or Opelika or Tuskegee, nothing is going to be rather impactful this afternoon. Same thing for the downtown Montgomery area. If you were in Wetumpka coming down to Montgomery, or if you were in Montgomery heading over towards the Selma area, nothing is going to be an issue for you on your drive home around the Montgomery metro area, but it is 90 degrees around Montgomery. Now, let's go into far southeast Alabama, down here towards the Dothan Enterprise area, and once again, nothing is on the radar down there towards the Midland, the Headland, or the Dadeville area down here in southeast Alabama. Everything is pretty much dry going up to 31 or going across 84 in both directions going out of the city of Dothan. And one more final stop is down here in far south Alabama in the Mobile metro area, and there is one lone thunderstorm or shower up here towards the Saraland area, up 65, also over here towards the Spanish Trace area. So if you were watching over there, you're going to have a little bit of issues, and especially if you are heading north out of Mobile over 45 over here towards the Cushla or the Maluva or Malvilla area. Because that storm is actually moving towards you. And then, of course, everybody else down here in South Alabama is pretty much dry. But I wanted to back out, and now I will also mention that if you are down here in the Black Belt area, down here towards the McIntosh, the Mount Vernon area, if you are traveling along 43 down here in Choctaw and Mobile counties, these are going to be some problematic areas over here towards the city of Monroeville, as well as you travel over here towards 59 over here into the Blackshear community, also the Kennesaw area as well. There's going to be a couple of showers going on your area on your drive home. Now, I want to pull your attention to what's going on off of the South Carolina coast, because we currently have Tropical Storm Danny. All right, Tropical Storm Danny is circulating right here just off the coast of South Carolina. And why is this important? Because it is moving towards the northwest. So it is supposed to make landfall within the next 2 to 3 hours near the Hinton Head Island, South Carolina area. It is then supposed to move towards a track over here towards the Waynesboro, Georgia area. Then it is supposed to wind up in far northeast Alabama, also over here towards the western Georgia area, into the early morning hours on Wednesday, which could bring about 1 to 1.5 inches of rain, basically from Huntsville to Gunnersville to Fort Payne to Scottsboro, and areas well up here in northeast Alabama. So once again, there is a tropical storm that is close to making landfall over here in South Carolina, and it is supposed to track from South Carolina through the northern metro area of Atlanta, and then wind up over here in the northeastern corner of Alabama and northwestern Georgia around this time tomorrow afternoon. So if you are watching in Gadsden, Fort Payne, Scottsboro, Huntsville, or if you're watching in far northeast Alabama near the Bridgeport, the Stevenson or the Rainsville area, your drive home could be impacted tomorrow from heavy rain of 1 to 1.5 inches for the far northeastern portions of Alabama as we get into the day tomorrow. But for right now, everything is calm. The only problematic areas for the big time city is going to be down here near the Mobile area. Everybody else is dry and they are warm. And I want you to ignore the 32 degrees because that is inaccurate. That reading is not correct. And if you've got anybody that are going down to the beaches down in the basically the Orange Beach or the Gulf Shores area, it is currently right now 86 degrees at the airport down there in Gulf Shores. The Jack Edwards Airport is showing 86 degrees and it is calm and beautiful down there on the beaches of the Alabama Gulf Coast. So once again, I hope that you guys have a safe trip home. I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening tonight. And once again, be on the lookout if you're in far northeast Alabama for the potential of a couple of inches of rain by the time we get into tomorrow and tomorrow night. I will do another drive home forecast for you guys tomorrow, but I think tomorrow statewide is going to be a lot more active with scattered showers and thunderstorms across a good portion of the area. But have a great rest of your evening, a great night, and as always, God bless. I'll see you guys in Alabama right back here at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Good Monday afternoon, everybody. This is Stephen Ray, and I wanted to jump here on social media and give you guys yet another drive home forecast for you guys over here in the state of Mississippi as we're about to be heading home from work here in about 40 to 45 minutes. And I wanted to go on ahead and kind of give you guys a quick update on what you can expect for your drive home later on here in about another 20 to 25 minutes for you guys in the state of Mississippi. But overall, the state of Mississippi is baking right now. As you can see, we actually have a 92 degrees on the board over here towards Greenwood. We have 88 degrees right now in Winona and a cool, crisp 84 in Starkville because of a couple of thunderstorms and showers that just moved through that area. So once again, I wanted to jump here and do a drive home forecast for you guys. So let's start off in the Metro Jackson, Mississippi area. As you can see at the Jackson Airport right now, it is 92 degrees. It is also 92 degrees on the northwestern side of the city of Jackson, but all is pretty much calm right now on the radar, which is really good news. Now, the radar, the thing that you're seeing right there is actually ground clutter That's not actually rain touching the ground. So it is pretty much dry in and around the city of Jackson. If you're heading north on 55, if you're heading south on 55, or if you are heading west on 20, or if you're heading east on 20 towards the Brandon area, or west of Jackson if you're heading out towards the Clinton, Mississippi area. All is dry in the Jackson, Mississippi metro area. Now let's go a little bit further off to the east and check on our friends over here in Meridian. It is currently 91 degrees in Meridian. There are a couple of small showers that are going to be moving in the direction of the Newton, Hickory, and Chunky, Mississippi area, as we've got this one lone shower that would probably impact if you're moving or driving west out of Meridian towards the Newton, Mississippi area. Otherwise, around Meridian, there is a one lone thunderstorm or shower that is up here towards the 45 area, going north out of Meridian towards the Marion area here in Mississippi. Otherwise, Meridian is pretty much dry, and it looks like that your drive home around the Meridian area will be dry but warm. So now let's go a little bit further off to the south down here, and a problematic area for your drive home is going to be the corridor basically from Hattiesburg to Purvis to Petal to New Augusta and Beaumont and the Pine Belt area of Mississippi. And especially if you are traveling from Hattiesburg back off to the southeast down 98 towards the New Augusta area, as this batch of rain is actually moving over here. It is moving from southeast to northwest. So if you're about to head home along the Interstate 59 corridor from Hattiesburg up to Ellisville and up towards the Laurel area, just know that there are a couple of showers and thunderstorms that are moving into your area, and especially if you are heading along the 42 corridor from Hattiesburg over here towards the Richton area. It is about to get pretty hectic weather-wise. Now, none of these storms are severe at the moment, but they are producing a lot of heavy rain. Anytime that you do see the reds and the oranges in the radar return, these are extremely heavy rain makers. So take it extra easy if you are around the Pine Belt area and the Hattiesburg area driving home in about 30 to 35 minutes, as storms are moving into that area. Now, there are also other storms and showers that are coming over here towards the 55 corridor between the Bogue Château area and down to Macomb, Mississippi. And these are actually heading up here towards the Bude, Mississippi area, and also towards the Brookhaven, Mississippi area on Interstate 84 or Highway 84. So once again, if you are south of Jackson in between Brookhaven and Macomb, just know that there are going to be a couple of showers that pass over your way a little bit later on as you start to drive home. Let's move a little bit further off to the west, over here towards the Natchez, Mississippi area, where 61 and 84 intersect right there, just off to the east of Natchez. There is one lone shower that is over here towards the Washington, Mississippi area, also just north of the Morgantown area. But once again, all of this rain in the area near the Natchez, Mississippi area has dropped the temperature down to 83 degrees for your drive home, up 61, or if you're going down 84 towards the Pine Belt area of Mississippi. Now let's go a little bit further off to the north, over towards the Vicksburg, Mississippi area, also towards the Delta area, Beechwood, Rose Hill, or Jonestown, you guys are pretty much dry, and it is currently 93 degrees in Vicksburg for your drive home down around the Vicksburg, Mississippi area, especially if you are going along 20 east or to the west. You guys look pretty good around the Vicksburg area. Let's keep going a little bit further off to the north. Now, if you were up here along the Highway 82 corridor, there are a couple of showers that are just off to the north of the Highway 82 corridor from Winona over to Eupora, Mississippi, moving towards the Grenada, Mississippi area and the Duck Hill, Mississippi area. So both of those areas are going to be impacted for your drive home here within the next 30 to 35 minutes as this batch of storms and showers are moving up here towards the Pontotoc area, the Houston, Mississippi area, and the Bruce, Mississippi area as well. Now I showed you Starkville just a minute ago. But if you are heading either way on 82 out of Starkville going home, everything in Starkville and Columbus is pretty much dry right now. The storms and showers are moving away from you guys, so that is good news. Also, if you're traveling along 45 between Artesa and West Point, you guys are pretty much dry as well. And I know a lot of the Mississippi State fans are probably up in Omaha as Mississippi State is in the championship game that starts a little bit later on tonight. Now, as we move into the Tupelo, Mississippi area, there is a couple of thunderstorms that's down here towards the Tupelo area, also the Verona area and the Plantersville area. They are in the Tupelo, Mississippi area. So once again, if you are traveling down 45 between Tupelo and the Verona area, just know that there could be some ponding of water on the road. There could also be a little bit of ponding of water on the road as the storm makes it over here towards the Belden or the Green Acres area as you start to drive home to the northwest of Tupelo up the 22 corridor that runs from Birmingham up to Memphis. Also, if you were up here in the far northern portions of Mississippi, up here towards the Corinth, Mississippi area along 72, there is also a couple of batches of thunderstorms, so just watch out for those as well. Over here towards the Corinth area and moving towards the Theo, Mississippi area as well. And one more stop before we get off here. Let's check out the Memphis metro area because I know a lot of people that work in Memphis that live in either South Haven, Olive Branch, or Hernando, Mississippi. Everything is pretty much dry and balmy in the Memphis metro area. So if you are traveling down I-55, basically from Germantown over to South Haven, Horn Lake, or Olive Branch, Mississippi, out of the Memphis metro area, your drive home is going to be a hot one, but very little in the way of rain for the day today on your drive home. So once again, the problematic areas are going to be this batch of storms that are moving up here towards the Grenada area, also the Houston, Mississippi area, and then of course this batch of storms that is down here towards the Hattiesburg, Mississippi area. As you move into the Pine Belt area of Mississippi, over here towards the New Augusta, the Beaumont, or the Richton area out of the city of Hattiesburg, and coming over here towards the Petal area as well. Just know as you start to head home over here towards Petal, Hattiesburg, also towards the Macedonia area, the Runnelstown, McSwain, or the Purvis area a little bit further off to the south. Just know that there are a batch of storms that are moving into the area that could impact your drive home. Guys, I hope you have a safe trip home. Hope you have a great rest of your evening and a great night tonight. I will be back here on the social media tomorrow at the same time, 4 o'clock, to do another drive home forecast for you guys. And I do believe tomorrow is going to be a little bit more active than it is today across the Mississippi area because we are having a system that is going to be moving into the area. So look for an increase in showers and thunderstorms tomorrow and especially on Wednesday. And then, unfortunately, as we get towards the holiday weekend with the 4th of July coming up, it does look like we're going to have between a 60 and an 80% chance of seeing afternoon showers and thunderstorms Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and of course on Monday. So, once again, I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. And as always, God bless. I'll see you right back here on social media tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock.